future life. 23 vitamins and minerals. Ne senti untimi mfanto to aduane bia e wo man mu. 19 amino acids. Omega 3, selenium, moducare, inulin, dietary fiber, high in protein. Enunti enuane egumu enuane mo ahoden ya chimde ya gu future life mo no. Asante kese mo so ya hyemu ma se twom. Enunti bra wudie no, de edi kan wo ba men, de toso mienu. Ebe pra ne maboni afri owidiem apamo enema enye nyina amana kɔ tie te sɛ wode bo ba akɔ ekum enoma enan nene de me kamfo ama wo eye future life ifri utirim kosi unase de ha obi a sɛ wodi future life fda ma ye kwansa ye moyade bi adin ne sɛ ne ntino na me kamfo de ama wo sɛ wobehia sɛ wodi future life eya hodo enunti entena se emani mfiri wo pono so nko na yare ya uhuna ma ne dodo o enunti didiye aduane obedi ebebo eye future life na me se bia na usi afrikam na bra wutie ufiri edem pese opi abonten ginomben na frɛ ebra ya wie program no na di aduane o eye aduane na wudi enya aduro na wonom nanso me ka kire wo se ebeboa wankasa efese niema ye de agu mu no number ne 0246 01 another 01 50 0246 01 another 01 50 me say future life na wudie na ya hodo ye was smart food na ye original no enu de obi ade bi me saw aduane ne bonya de ntimi obi mu obem enkasa hwe ho wuntimi nko oboa obo nsam ne sa nipa no ne bonya de ne ye woni 0 ewo ho no so ba o ka de ye wo a ye behunu aduane esese ye de ma wo ye woni high protein ewo ho no so ba ye behunu aduane esese ye de ma wo ye wo repair food future life repair food eno de ye de ma wo na kire se niema bi a enye no enye mi se brofo kasem repair ne kire se u ko siesie ti e kwa ko siesie niema enye bia afri wo widiem ne honam dua nyina mu repair no ena ekosiesie ni wo di asai nyina usisi no kotodwe waposo gregre no awewe no a kasa etwi kasa no mesrawo wo hia repair food mese wo hia repair food eno free hɔ a wo hia beauty food eno so your future life na bi beauty food collagen ahyemu ma se etwom onyankopon no ana de amayen eno na wudi eno mese ni nyina natural wo natural ebe chen de wudi ni wo fie ni kora efise no de se wo nim se e fa ya bona duro enu nti future life de baabi a onam bia to bi nedi the beauty ne de ya ahofe aduane a owe de obese ohunu se ne awe de ye kama aya hwewa wo nsa achi se pumpuno guso a na che se niema nkoyie no bra be na beji beauty food woni mu apumpuno guso no woni mu ne wo nsa achi nyina nya enyine pe nti aya ahwe ti woni mu nye trontrom kama saa na wadwene yose besese nku na wode asrasra woni mu a na obahuhuru nku na free so no woni mu de gina ne gina nti esa wo ye ho abro bra na mema beauty food ahofa aduane enu na wudie no ndie mema wodi ato aso abosome ti bra wudie no na epam ne emafiri wo ho ebebo pa na enkamfo nyina ye di wie no eye life tonic dudo no na mede ma wo eno de ye wo bia wo hia sa obonnom life tonic me say wo hia sa obennom life tonic eno na ebo da ache ho ban ye mo boyare edin na wo de wo nim bibia akora no nba yire to ahye sa aben ento me ka akere wo say ebra wo di future life no aya anom life tonic ne koda ebra wo di future life no aya anom life tonic ne koda why adwuma bebre office utumi sa wotena wakonwa mu kura o da no hwe ewuo no bank tenkete bra na mema life tonic nom na behu sadade bi twadade ya topeto memu ba bia enkran e Ghana Telecom University opposite abeka junction dia no efi ho ye Cars Estate Ghana Telecom University opposite abeka junction dia no Cars Estate ko ho store number G10 na kokoto future life enu free ho a Ubenya bu Asante Achemagogo, Ubenya bu Asante Fijase, Ubenya bu Kumawu, Ubenya bu Sunyane University, Ko University ho clinic, University na clinic ho no kubu Asante Esther. Ubenya bu Achirensia half origin and also Ubenya Future Life. Obuase Central Market Mr. Ochre Draw Store and chair ho Ubenya Future Life Obuase Munko ho Central Market Mr. Ochre Draw Store and chair ho and a fee or a fat or a repart draw store. Ewo takwa nsuayem Sanad Park takwa Sanad Park nekotobi buanka sankasa Greater Kumasi de ya to apete say ya that house say ya boss FM ase ho say ya hello FM apolo say ya Dubai say ya Sarakoba boutique Nrup hotel say ya Kronom barrier Abrosaina market no esi akire no ekwa ne ho akowurum tu ubenya bi na fei afrancho meduma Alaji Koko Janshin and Nim Rentals na afu ubenya bi nso wo Pankrono Shalom Maternity antemafo or your midwife ya hye ekese ne de eye sofo line alignment me say ya hye ekese ne Kumase eye sofo line alignment de ha obi an freyen wo Western North baby a wo bia ye de be mane ya bra wo takorade ye de be mane car na ye de car no details amount na wakọ akọche didi ye o na aduane abedi e bebo wo eye Future Life board that ho ban your number see here 0246 01 another 01 50 0246 01 another 01 50 one nura mu wa wunyina dane ko aduane na waduane nya waduru aduane ba ko pe eye Future Life aduane
ya say yaw nyame kan ho na anopai say wontwitwire wo se ana watwitwire wo se amebusa wo yusu ya azana ya toothpaste and toothbrush ye kan wo asem a mo adwene emra ha isan say ya toothpaste eboa papa na it comes in 3 variants a total care toothpaste and no eboa no protective sin from germs mo cavities intokrontokro eba osim ne kaka no nyinada afei osino na asino plaque bi ni ase wo osia ni nyinada yas total care toothpaste ebe prevent it afei white no mema osina anta hono fita afei herbal toothpaste no de ye ne se ema osino wo ye den obu anesin wo nyini na etutu na anesin sitoni debi na ya ye brushes no in such a way say ya careful ni senti emuno ase tokro kakra wom ti odi twitwire osia ebowura ododom ne oba bia rewura ba bia ma onum ti ma onum da ho twiw katamaso ye onipa onum nka be ba dodo na ya na katamaso eti bomode ase obenya ya toothbrush ya toothpaste ukodwa so a busa na ebi wo honomo afei Diamond Scientific Research and Alternative Medicine hospital yen de nyina ne say they do neck herbal mixture a male vitality bema o compass out team so ahoden awo form bema timi pagya ni mu so na age atofom wa team say o tebia na yade ni nyina ye say immune system of form afei waist pains ankasa afei wo brain no functioning no team say obi ka asem chewa nche na refi wo hon ma wo kra timi refi ho ne ade moje wo se die frusane ni ohia do neck heba Ghana hafa na ba bia Kumasi Sunyane dunkwa no fe enkran obenya bia to wo de frɛ ofra ye be kyerɛ wo ba bia bi wo no ato bi number no ye 0246 727 0246 727 ana 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 na koko die yare bone no kra baako se wanya koko pa na tie mi koko vifiri anim koko vifiri e ko ho koko bia be se koko na vifiri wanim nya no kra koko vifiri e to enu nti na 3 koko capsule ya seda to ye boas ya nhwehwemu ni aye voice pains koko de papa sisi ade pause koko na mu ebetietia wotobu so na we inside uti yawan kasa afei koko no so ba ya na ayamatim so wonya 3 koko so sa baba yam so ntim utimi nom kwa adwuma kama obu a koko wadafie ko bosomini na ne to hwe wiem dabi fan no anya hwe Koji 3 eco capsules. Colinac Danimis Yapidank Wobi. Your number no is 0546 107 107. Open Chirimu and I be beast from Kwa 0546 107 107. Malaria, a tuntum and a deba. Obo so I juma brain to you malaria derby. A tuntum. Now, bo modern is a utiminya sa moyi ewan enodra ena utimi ko malaria. Omo bekawa no meja parasite bi. Na abowura o mogam to wo hodoma onum ye wonwuno. Wo hodoma on kotodwe kikabom awodew ye sofa na ase ahuguro ye dumfa na awod chese niema bebre. Ni nyina ne se wanya malaria. Edru ano chakra ye time herbal mixture. So when your time herbal mixture bo. Now when your time HH mixture ne capsules no so kom wanwa. Now you say what CPS ita. But more than answer when your time HH mixture and capsules and time herbal mixture. Open those support to 0244 417 669 0244 417 669. Ash foam. Superior beddings. Ash foam. As for me, your one-stop shop when it comes to a year and pemu near maybe to say empa mattresses, pillow, and sumia do tibeto bed linings, no duvets, a whole door, mattress toppers, no more mattress protectors, no more no curtains, towels, just a ubora ash foam baby. You showroom a wall, a year. Kumasi Mall, there was Santasi Tafu, Awojo, SG Mall, your main office or Melody showrooms, or Kasi, any ash from depot beer, and the pa and the Asha Dash Shamawo. So Mobi Nada, so no ash foam, yeah, any ash foam. So wow to me, dear dance, say you feel it and you know it. And Mobi Gasancho say, mattress with you, there be. Edino ye ash foam. Hey, ope ye duvet papebi, ope towels, curtains, beds, protect. Bibi ash foam no. But modena nene ye ndi juma na obedi adansi ye say and the pan ye tomao. Freye was 055 657 9214. 055 657 9214. Na bibia e koso kama e di amount. Yade ya no kra baako na yade be saka wato ho de yade bi wetimi yo na timi de nante ba sciatica de be ka wato na hyase e bon ka ye wa na to ase atwon baako e ho ma na wonanti wonsat onan ne timi etitriti osisi ye wo ya just say niema bi koso a wotimi se wonte ase besrew wo hu sa symptoms ya tutu mirika wo spine no vein no nerve na wo no tim say twen do ma bi ana say jai bo modern ne fo ani kire 21st clinic aso ye bia wo Ghana ha wo kwa wo se maba yese mu de sciatica nerve no e ho touch ma mo na mutimi correct na mo de bibidro kan yese mo massage bi a mo ye mfidie papa bi yese scan ne lab a mo ye say state of the art machines and ne maba 21st clinic wajifoi so mu no obeje ofeso maba wa ne mrantie kama omani muti o frey no kasa ye enu tupusu ahoma no ne frey na baby awo Ghana bia ye nkyere 15 branches and counting 0540311311 0540311311 Obuasi County Quarters called Junction and we are overseas baby we are baby Sompa TV ni radio we are ya wahano madabraka sunyani nkranza ni techiman so 0540 311 Dr. Mai Jabin Rural Bank ye wo products bebre na no pay ma menka ho asem nkyerɛw ye wo de fe no ahoto so pa fixed deposit. Now there's a sika button will be our sabri sika no hia de aye bibi. Obe say wo de sika no to bank savings em wow. Fire fixed deposit 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Now sika no so de mo dro city no. Ni mu dro e de no transfer say. There be sika no 10 billion. It me pay interest rate say 6 months na me 1 year na me pesika say na mo fan to so emfa mame afei ye need the friend no market volatility pressure no was low dollar was nti yatisika no so and now say inflation no market volatility afei say sika na odi abeto na e ba say wo pebusia wo dwabin rural banka utimi de ye collateral say utimi e de si anemu e de gebosia mpo wo mpe we na apede ye wo de friend no ba pa loan ama nyina bose e ma ka omu bom e nine num cooperatives ahodo ne association aye ma ko matete nyina mo betimi aba ye ne ma hye kama ya ma bosia ne ama moratorium a say wo gebosia na sa abosom na wontua ma abosom ye to aso say wo ansi wo kitwa bibi ye botare say Yaw Boamah afei small and medium enterprises amoasie mu bie nyuma nketenkete bi open bosia de atrem brane ne betwe komo na ne ni dwai ye branches no adwoso bonwire Etimative onye Roman Hill Adeshiman magazine Sepetim pom fumesa na fe ye headquarters na eye dwaben bomodina na frey 0271 409340 0271 409340 and 0208 521 668 0208 521 668 Dawood Hospital ena yaye 360 capsules ni yaye Dawood ointment ode ointment ni twitwi no na wo nom 360 se wo ahotutuo se wo honam timi tutuwa na aka wato ho se wo na me da ye me kon ye me ya ena me ye adwuma taxi driver trotro mo ye adwuma den enyumre obedru fie eno ani Dawood onom 360 no capsules no na wo the ointment na twitwi wo to ho say form obetu ani na so ya kwadwuma oho dentententente ya hospital wo so ayembre wo mpem abibidro kan ayem kro ye ulcer say pressure diabetes Dawood Hospital ye wo sehwe asanwene so sanso na obehu ye wa Judicial krapa 0244 886437 0244 886437 Kanjin and Magic drinking water ensuo enye duro na mom ensuo mu nepa nyame di dua ensuo mu nyina na aye alkaline no ebi wom eye 8.5 o the test here 8.5 enye de obi ka say is 6%, 6.1 so be connect am 3 onipa bia no the acid content in you and the boama yade doso na alkaline no nam say wonum sa kanje no ewo minerals which is calcium magnesium potassium iron hears say woni peduanim etie ma skin ye fe e ma wonya heartburns because acid in him udidi ana wonum nsuo ya na dopa bia wi anwumre consistency is crucial enum nsuo ne na afi wonum nsuo dada ne guso ba ne nye nsuo anopa wi anwumre wonum o ye obi a wo ye diabetic o ye obi a wo kuta o sa wo de ekoso anum nsuo no sa minerals no ko ni pedua ni ma na correct ne ma ntubon se bedru baabi o sa dru no bejanom e bedru baabi liver na wo se problem kidney ne heart na em function ye ni nyina na chai nipa bebre mrante bebre su na di adanse omunum ka jinsuo na momutumi yire nchen be ma mu ye den kama na niema no aye din ka se ehuru ni padua nim Yaw Boamah be ka se ni padua no zoom de lion enefre 0241 449191 0241 449191 0507 379474 0507 37947 so koto elder elikem ye CEO one maba wan ade a omejo feso opese ye distributor opese ye agent pesika na emodru ne ko Ghana have bia every region offer numbers here na wo pension ni bia to a open district or community or ye be direct to amokoto Kenyan and Magic drinking water, I recommend for everyone. Nursing Madao, or your penino, with the drosu, with the drosu, what do you, or your macho, obia, from baby to the last. Kenjin. Or say return to what? The basics. Return to origin. It's a Japanese word. It's me. And no one Kenjin. Ensure dear. And no one Kenjin. But more than a shadow so say obey day. Obey. You shall him say Dr. Adams, MA Scientific Beba, no attraction and como na bibia akoso kama edi amount. Anopa menimu din komo efa omampani John Dramani Mahama. Anama what you and anamontio no and say why code of conduct nti hye bia wo de eto ho a eye na pamfo behwe so normal bob brasa de sefata wo se enye oninti no oba na omunti omoba so ombesom o my Ghana enti waka de edi kai wo se nipa no bi wakasa ye wo manfa buo ni di ama no ono mampani no declare ne assets no munko declare nipa mako aduonum num ministers any presidential staffers any heads of institution omo am declare assets and come out auditor general sankro for no bosumi wei bosumi atoso eye June eye July August 4 months obi akatua onya say sika no so omoji a finance ne controller accountant the institute say sika no beko Mahama Care eye medical fund and now no be there dia or this seed money too no sa crofo no sika no ekoho now say by the 7th eye china anadwudum enu kai wa won fa our assets na won declare no why you ready isan say o kofre auditor general ne say nipa aduonum no wo mu din enkoduru ha wo ye deputy o wo ye minister wo ye CEO wo ye director wo ye hwan o fa adwuma to ho ebio o say abaye twemu na wo bete ye say omo eto government vehicles government assets lands no ne ade o so ono na ban obi ani ho nobody in this administration and okwakoto state assets say ye bonu don komi o ye bonu de otwe ho firi ho wa wonim no beti say wakoto sa niam ni bi ene o te ya wo de on kan so wa yi wadi wa kra sa niam ne ko woto ade ne wie ya no apie na ko de to so bio o se ya be chamade ena minister ya be chamade o se edikata de project kase ba tisika bia na ade bia ne bo bro 20,000 untumi nye o so da na di ya de be chewaje na ono no tu anamon obeya mampani ya cha de car munu mienu monfa car no nto so Land Cruiser 2025 o enye car keto ade bo na number $250,000 car we na me pese hunu car kro efo your excellency mami chika krai can a fair Adeakye model ni Chinese for car be an answer day can a fo does yakoma state pool of cars a Jubilee House cars a wo nyina no or the akwa ho ti cars no ho man no na ye car director of transport to be so it one chief of staff and the deputy and minister for government communication kwachu fosu MP ono so omo dan this o mampani na anopa na me kan say onipa de o nante na to hwe ano asesa nante o kanazori bokina ni a of the car be che o mampani asem to o mampani Ghana for twetwe no Ghana for kaso e corrupt and they yente so bia be che ne car bo say ehunu bi penti na asrewa oye dey all man bed yani and I know all man bed yani a one way na no tintini ko so ne be ni na akola wuye nti o se won nya sa bi o yi na ni no de aduane ne ma akola no o man pani aye ne pepe minority MPP any 6 others enso tigu mountain so omo ye oye kire omo so save our judiciary and I will tie na wo hwe no na womo enya adom kakra fine ene ani papa ko bodom pem hye kokko ne nambo ntene so ne duru ba bi womo ne aprosifo nyan womo ne aprosifo nyan ye no na parliament house constable force Afenyo makin so ya papa yi ede ne bo pan. No bo ne bo na chese ko ba se. Afenyo bo na ni ana dan ni suo no nso so two blow. The attention say police were invited a minority leader Afenyo makin say. Womra. Na omo ne no yedai. Eni nkomo. Mami kwa wo man so na one of the chief organizers of the Mono in the person of Nana Boache, lawyer Nana Boache, a national organizer of my new patriotic party. Nana Boache, I'm hello, Nana B, good morning. Now, pom to say,
Ram Pacho, Yamadaruma, Yamedi, and Afemi.
Yadoba, they say, Edra, Eddie Kain, Obekase, but I would see Maniso. Monsise ye ene anama mutu ye ubetimi akase de mo pe no monsa kan anase anko ye sa ma mo ma enti wa no pe de di kan
oh ma hwe no de abroso no kwasem ni agiminsem sena midimo mehwe manim na mehwe enipa edi manim na mehwe machi na mehwe nipa na mehu ano. And let me be frank. Abra, me announce our demonstration way. I had so many calls from people. Say, if free, NDC appears to be enjoying some goodwill because Omunya, overwhelming endorsement. Let's admit. But we were so determined as a team. So determined. In fact, Abraham, a boss, it said, General Secretary, the boss one was organizer, start the arrangement. There were people who felt, say, look, if you are Ghana phone, Sumu CC, they should send a signal to President Mahama say, Ghana, ya money don't come here and farm and on the Amfan channel. And Ghana put P, and I was on one station with Minya Mustafa Bandi, who admitted, said, look, no possibly anyone at the it's a popularity ticket.
Now you say Mustafa Bandi Krana, oh, can I just say, oh, patches on the crown who you know, because they were not expecting such a crowd.
He wasn't expecting, he thought that, hey, with a Moody and your popularity. He said it on radio, actually. Nezebia or Kankukum Kra. It's me. But that kind of thing, and now we spoke boldly. And look, we have gained the attention locally and internationally. And I thought that Omamini Abia, Obetie, Abia, Untiba, as soon as Sondaban, somebody see. He should know, say, the ordinance can't attend the moment to be a memoir. We will make him very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. And remind you, we are announcing series of events. Make a video so Ashanti you should prepare.
Mobile Ashanti region.
Oh, yes, it's part of our plans.
Okay.
We will announce the date. Because apart from any injustice in sense, one. I'm saying, Mutu Abaya was so sa. Nanado Danko Kufado, the Modimo Pia, to ye be a name of Mokasamba 1 week. And if it's when Yana Daniano. And
John Dramani Mama say he was not kidding himself, say about 3 months obey to me, then so Nya Kono.
No, almost say, I'm George Cotroy said, another Danko Kufado, His Excellency Nikute Tumino. If he wants to end Galamsey today, he can because he holds the power.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, Omampeni Obey President, he need 5 months.
Yeah.
5 months, Debe Pano, why decisive. The minister, what power, no so one share. Sani Manusi, or Timuko TV is not Osu. Amakofibua, or TV is not Osu. agene nsɛm no osu ene hwɛ enyina mu nkane ansɛm ahead wa unua ɔmanhene ɔka over the weekend ne nneɛma nyinaa sɛ adaya ye doom plan between Saturday and Sunday no na ye doom the light 42 times asai the generator asai the deep freezer and the freezer all no mama betam ko am kwa repair just 5 months oba ye wayi nkura be 30,000 edi ye wo fa se ye ma ye nuanom be 30,000 omu ye omadwuma wo meanwhile oba wo hye bo se obi a onye adwuma bia no obi a ye mu nhyehyɛ no oba obi a no ebe na adwuma chene eba no say
Nana obi ohon ma o tie ma no pay. Also man penny wonti amra article 146.6. E ma ne kwan se wontu anama watu committee ese won seti 7 waseti omo ye hwehwemu omo ye nwie na den na wo say save our judiciary adai
so eni se die du hakura ye kan ho asem no Omayini onye SRC president bill. Onye JCRC president bill. We are talking about the Chief Justice of the land. And from 1992, we have had a lot of petitions against a lot of Chief Justices and even judges of the Supreme Court. It has never happened. Even said that. At the country, I'm going to be political. Say, and this is for the Domano and Omahini, Chief Justice never clear, including National Chairman. National Chairman sat on radio, Accra FM. Say, you're clear, Chief Justice. You're clear, we are. We are clear. Electoral Commission, the deputies. Okay, now.
Na
Oklanina, so you be clear way. Then you hear from it, say, oh, my many be or court now formality the FM. Then you have spokesperson what them to meet in someone a call for even Council of State. And even about where call you the two ja. And you know so at the end of the constitution, no crampo case. Being an Eben Kukuomuno. They have bastardized the entire process.
Okay.
They must say, BBI won't be sending about the trouble. In fact, NDC for me who's almost my intercepted, I recall, but on a Sompa FM, Unia Obio. Then now, on national communications officer. Some major via Babetran said, why intercepted document? Emma, he quoted from these documents several times on the show. So, also, I dream for Edomunian, so become here. No more conclude. So, oh, why a bonnet? The same thing now on news file. Okwaya can even the determination of prima facie case, how they came about. Meanwhile, it never included how they arrived at the prima facie case. And one is someone can say, oh, we Council of State say there's a prima facie case to come and answer. And one, but no, Sameno, I will news file so I will see when your document be a what me quote from. The Council of State interaction, I'm the president in Penifuni. They have bastardized the entire process.
So we are told out of the 36, Bakupeno or dissent here.
Council of State from Penifuni, Gusuno, Ome Tiganeshamo. I mean, yeah, because we have eminent personalities in there, very respected people there. There are people I know. Say, open the petition ba. In fact, one petition crowd there, almost say, oh, we are not obliged to provide any evidence. The man said, "Trotro and some nana the bar." In fact, in one of the allegations, now Professor Kokwasa, the same fact, from your marking case here, or the court about the pronouncement of 4 seats vacant. Now, it's the same thing now, and it's a shining star for Binzo Diaba. Now, Oman is it there now? A whole Chief Justice travels with the husband, and it becomes an issue. A whole Chief Justice. He is a leader. There were 3 arms of government. Oh, Ghana, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary. Open kuntu pan. None baka one about a problem. Oh, man, penny to coin or the public Nancy on penny to coin. One funny baboy and private jet and be.
Sheriff.
What did it tell? Oh, man, penny to coin or the whole entourage, the public 30, 40. Speaker to choir or the nipper bed 10, 15. Now the Chief Justice say to choir on any hokani and in a bar and on about a problem. Now, how you want to say?
Matthew say police force a fenyo ma Kembrana. Wa assault to police officer. And no
police for mom no more assault here. Then in the scaffold, the image that came out, it was just honorable for your market protesting. If I honorable for your market air, the police who knows or shadow. Mr. Punch be out the man on the bush.
Also, born to me, home.
We then you carry in the call. Security post in channel or more rest place one of Kotransakaka. And you complain so the brain.
I don't know, so I had a day. No, I said, the sea.
More a security answer more at the barricade. I will say, among percent, you pardon in our bed. Parliament. It's the Ukrainian from Waban, John, about your market, ever near diet and a
now, constable on him after your market.
And no name one. Just when or enter man. The kind of punch out the man. In fact, to the point that some of the leaders in the police no apologize on his behalf. So I'm surprised how much video there.
The video is also seen on the SWAT on Insa.
Or to the body, I body panel.
We don't know, but Otton and Sam said,
one video.
I mean, we are showing it.
And you know, the boss, I video not on about your market to the Sabon.
I'm so pim new year now, but your market so tone but as to whether I say a born one and mono they to me.
Maybe who exactly. We have not seen it. Me who video, and I know say so Tunisia and so. In fact, it was the police that points on about from your market. It don't have about from your market response, but he even mentioned my name.
Okay, response at the end of the day, the message you sent to Ghanaians and say. Most of all, man, penny said process now. I shall say, Onyaya Nasade.
Yes, yeah, dear. And the Unyakwan, Unyai. The Bia shall say, Justice Pomaya, would you know? A year.
Chairperson.
Justice Pomano. Daniel Ofori, one of the petitioners. Daniel Ofori versus Ecobank School. It was Justice Pomaya who gave a dissenting opinion in favor of Daniel Ofori. So Justice Pomano was also involving Daniel Ofori. Daniel Ofori.
And there was so a recusing home.
I have conflict of interest. I am sure it will be raised at the appropriate time. Right. So that is why Americans say, we don't need it. Now, Chief Justice was where we in. Chief Justice. Dear Ben Oye Tia Wamemu. Is it the case that they be our dream or Timana? You see, that is why we've been saying. Yeah, your intelligence, and then no general secretary kind. Oman penny percentka or try no prepare grounds na Nanko Ahela and go bit me a tema. Bonus or your referendum on to me. It's in your personal anything or the judicial interpretation of the Constitution. Say, the Constitution can say 2 terms. I was a year continuous. It will do first term now. I will not do first term. In the only case, we do first term and wako and waba. it after and continuous and obetimi. So per that interpretation, then it means that obetimi are finally being for another term, so that obetimi are survey that interpretation and confirm the member say it should be continuous. These are some of the things they are considering. These are some of the things. And everything there, we've not heard anything. Because I started to see making these allegations right here, can say, and we had this intel from the NDCs themselves. Why? Because a lot of them also they have ambitions. And I'm like, almost contested. Do you want the first one away? That's how born one, but second one we are open. So we try now. We need judicial interpretation of the constitution.
But you and I know, sir, whether judicial interpretation or Ghanaians are not ready to allow, and the president. John Dramani Mahama, I have my doubts, sir.
Oman, you don't have your doubts. Me say Oman Peni Mahama. Why not say Farasi niya or Kari Karinanim Amanya Sompa? Emu ahoɔden apa no. Ɔsresre kwa.
So Oman Peni be pese. The other side watara ye ya Oma Cote d'Ivoire nomne ku entokwa bebree esi omamuna civil unrest across to other African countries. The president will want to do that. Knowing very well, say the opposition and many Ghanaians will not allow it.
Me say, eka na dream pon. So nyanga sana get. Me say, odo parese in the coming days, esi ebia ye pie so na ebi omo yema show mo dia. In the coming days, you will see opinion leaders, you will see law lecturers, you will see civil society for or mesha sia kase. Oh, when your constitution, Ukraino, a 2 terms it should be continuous. And the any say you Uber argument, will start to come up. Then somebody will say, let's go and test it in court. Then they will sponsor that judicial interpretation. Say,
okay.
Say constitution, they can't 2 terms it ought to be continuous.
In Ghana. Well,
and he said, he had an overwhelming endorsement. Really? Yes, that is why I'm happy yesterday. Massive crowd. To one or also be careful. All right. Monday morning in Accra.
Nana watch him.
Ashanti region, watch out.
Okay. Opinion. I'm entitled to that, but I have my doubt. It will be a shock of my life. Say, my penny John Mama, Ebeka say. Oh, Tracy. My penny John Mama, Becca say, there be Aba, yetoma me overwhelming majority in Tino, me kwako sisan, Emrana my day. Oh, there be. Dr. Simon Barton, me watching my kwaba, now put to say. Bibi aboko e do ba dey say Honorable Bruce Amoasia former DC apa the channel so pom to say okay okay doctor so ewo Amstead baby communication team aba papa ba na ni ache
eno na anikam
ada na anikam
dem ne so no onim
onim said
ono on my onim 5 months ni say ye pull fufura ka be hu result because akla na MPP man adwuma na 5 months ni sika maya na o se ne bofu wongoto aba no aban we buy we inedi swami mazifo a na o bofu ampanso mo ye pro MPP a na ekwan bi so o bofu no no mo fi say port ayi ni ebetete so na o buy wa mo so asafo na ne bofu so wongoto aba ono so oti asafo a your friends a coastal na we and a doom so 2 years afunia NDC nya wodia and then one ne ho It is a yes, a to a banner for. I mean, we were experiencing.
We are scientific pool.
I mean,
a practical pool.
And yet, we are field, so I wouldn't say scientific.
But
the
reality.
I mean, the reality of the ground. And ocean comma, yeah, betwaba, no moody, nene, or moody na entirely different. I say, you who be good money so. I don't know.
Ambrose.
Yes, sir. Once a man, no dog. I'm a dog, or can't hear this.
No.
Am I anywhere? Some Musadam Quabeca. Musadam quality spoon now, yeah, you know. John Mama or approval rating of 63%.
Yeah, as at March ended.
Yes, as I was 63%. But just what I just said, Ghana for many a J or Mampany John Dramani Mama, Mamu,
Sunny Washas,
Sunny Washas, GDA, Nin no cry or their bar Mamu Ninano, or Moduroni or Hanjimu Edusiamiansa. Menon Casas here and the Edinco way. Once a city no about Ottawa, about something within the region of 13.65.
Hey, Mr. O, Mammy Muso.
Yeah.
Mr. Omon check him, Mammy, why? Because I told just her, be on my 1 year careful.
Oh, to be calculated.
Now, confirm some
about from power, about 13.65. And I'm a more papa nation.
I have my place where I ask the city.
I bought you on the account.
Oh, the majority, and Tabank rated there. Ghana, yeah, they are Juma on the banks, but on the reality on the ground, yeah, they are watching the dinkum.
And now say, I'm buying your car.
You book a show, would say, yeah, what happened we? Yeah, they are watching the deal. No, yeah, what I say, see, I can't say dollar, dollar page call 16. Now, come to bank and then lose.
Send me my bam, our better. Baby, a dog free our better. I bought in our commission and
they were holding a tunnel.
There be. Me say, so what he now compare dollar. Now, Okoye illegality acquire about you. If you hear dollar, I cran your mouth from on your back. Who hear dollar, dear, you do me. And it's up behind you.
$1.
Why come
dollar no? Abochi a 14,850. A swati. A swati pa. Interbank was a 1365.
Yes.
Abochi a 14,850.
You better by say.
You want to talk about dollar?
Almost 17, 16 point something there about
16.2.
I cost 17, maybe.
It was 16.2.
And the one who said,
as of December, but
granted,
dollar swati.
Granted, said, me pa abuchi asem, abuchi emi wofa. Granted, abuchi baby will be a good morning, but my name Rafeda. The American, they say, over the past 5-6 months, you better to send share, Papa Auntie, dollar no, ejinabra.
People have issues. America, China, trade war. And so China is diverting virtually money to Europe and also can account for.
When him say any dollar and answer almost all the major trading currencies.
The euros and the
pounds and the rest.
So then it means that the Omo cannot be true.
It cannot be entirely true.
So, projections in the park, Bank of Ghana governor, any finance minister.
Oman Penny John Dramani Mama, any Bank of Ghana, and she say, Papa Omodiaba, likely down to effective monetary policy management.
Okay.
And that's what the Bank of Ghana does. And the young fan say before time, and a dollar and other currencies in our from say, and go my lectures across the country.
Telling everybody.
Yeah, more mona, or Marco Aqua Chibon and some now. Everybody because I say, ya cheap dollar no, ya chisi di no net dollar, the key no
coming from your end. Daily Interbank Forex rates, Bank of Ghana, 13.65.
Sure.
That is from Bank of Ghana.
I don't American.
Yes.
Very true, but the reality is that there were Tiswami or Digan. Say interbank rate, you know the bureaucracies. I or the film yenti abochi on the access dollars. Honorable member. The reality is that we should not give too much credit to whatever. The credit. No, I'm saying too much credit.
Okay, so if you are not giving too much, then credit. You are giving some credit.
That is it. No doubt about that. But the reality is
why not too much?
Not too much because your experience is hard way because the effect is emanating from a free IMF decisions be. And so we shy year 2 baby out here 2016 now first 8 months. yeah, you know, conform to the certain level.
Okay.
But the reality.
So you are seeing this as seasonal.
I mean, as simple as that. And no one can make about honorable. The reality is, see, some of us have given you the opportunity, and we want to discuss these issues after 9 months. December, September,
September, I'm for cranium.
That is it. Any who are too forcing
Okay.
But for now, no, BBI because IMF Nyoma ya stabilize it. The government generally is not spending all to buying Juma Fake to you 10% minimum because may buying Juma ni. But what they say, spending is relatively lesser, and so the pressure on government expenditure, you know, say above from. But the reality of this, any more skills to sustain the more can say really if you're more, you be from September Abia inya hoba. We will discuss it as it is.
Okay.
But the reality is that
that was your introduction.
That is it.
I don't know. Obi ba have you say. You yan says na bu frɛ no. Nyam making point no bi am. Yeah, Oma he the American say. Dɔk kasa te sɛ de amamu no aban ni bu no. Ɔman ni da autopilot. Ɔman no na autopilot.
That is not true.
Dɔk I was say oti ase sɛ aban ye Excellency John Dramani Mama aban ye adwuma. Ghana for e wo gidie e wo aban ni mu. IMF dwumadi a wo ken sɛ nyɛ John Mama na di Ghana for ko wura IMF dwumadi mu. Ɛna nyɛ na ni first time ayakɔ IMF dwumadi mu. Ɛna wuntimi nso nka sɛ aban en spend.
Honorable, let's move on.
But also what you say contractors ya mo fa mo ye adwuma no keka ho nyina no aban we bo am gusu ye adwuma aban tu o mo ka.
And now you see some of the contractors are on the road.
Yes,
now
they have come back working and all of
okay. The code of conduct idea ayen hyehyɛ ya aban bia de si ekwam ana awokɔ adwuma bi mu a ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ we ye susu dia ɛwɔ sɛ ugina so na de bobra ɛwɔ adwuma we mu. Ghana for quite some time many have complained about the haphazard and the lackadaisical nature of the way appointees any the kind of faso bobra, the pomposity and the kind of life omo live. Omo penny John Mama 120 days taking stock no Edim Rabi and Sisiye Duabi go. Eddie Kyle say appointee bia ni hono mo a efi na kromi obetimi ato state assets, be it land or whatever. The toss will be gifts. Anything exceeding 20,000, you have to declare. The toss will be cars mienu obey mampeni ye the abechano or release the car no say enko state vehicle pool no. And no ever ho. Afei MPP plus 6 others and so thing woman so. Normal 7 say CJ Judiciary no man penny yard in a sake car. A who soon so dachi and more. I'm a friend of marking name. A police officer crying altercation. We are told the police have invited himself to assist investigating into the viral demonstration video of Mahua or assaulted police officer. And you know, you are invited. First, my member chain doctor, this Mahama was sanctioned appointees, you know. 55 almost and declare more assets. Almost 4 months salary has been forfeited going into the Mahama Care, the medical trust fund. Ose by extend numre dumienu na omo en Sunday omo neman koma auditor general automatically they are dismissed. People are clapping. I'm for border but if he say he's cracking the whip. Initially many were like how can a president utter a word and it will not be adhered to bad by the ministers. Today, what do you say? What do you make of it? 2 gift go for just 20,000 and above. If you miss 20,000, so no. Explanation in Shedama. I face so shena. One half for Juma dia. Here no one koso kotas asia na koto car. O mine dia. Mami chiu.
O mine idi kan mecha no ati for. Mecha Santiman ne Ghana ha nyina. Atwumango be just out. So mecha hodom nyina. Ya papa Mahama. There was all yan and koyen. The reality is that or 1 term. Na saa 1 term no wani da so sɛ ɔbɛyɛ kwan ɔbɛyɛ dan kɛseɛ bi ɔbɛyɛ saa nneɛma na the reality is that wontimi. The reason is simple. The IMF decision to manage expenditure no ebedi dia komua 2 years ansa na wafim. And the reality is that science say enyo no na eto aso nti the ability to embark on massive infrastructural way no ebeye dia man. It is obi bi dija o my Ghana. Enyoma bi say yes best strengthen institutions. Now our state institutions grow beyond individuals. It is enko ye bibi sa anka edane kwam. But the reality is that unza Ghana we are mehu ene enra mehwe na metie no. Aye the is coming to be part of the numerous policies ya try ya shelve ya mfani bima. Because ya trend fefefe every day ni fefefe. What about monitoring and evaluation? A crime by or mine the gift matter. Me no na share them aye din komo. Na say mada wasia mache wadia ya na ye omosi ye twere krata ato so ana. Me no mienu na wo dem na ya ba be di en komo. Ye mienu na ye din komo. Na ye wie no me di envelope na me di ada wase. Eno no omutwere hye mu se obi eda obi ase a yentwe pipa krata amfanto se me Simon me share o man hene no me man 20,000 na me man 50,000 eno nti omra me declare nese ye twere krata akrato so a ye se monitoring measure ben ana wo twere kan ho se woni obi be share ye wo ba bia wo se mo be share se be betima be monitor mo. And so you see it looks as if it's much ado about nothing. On the issue of our family and friends no eno me hwe na me tie me bisa me say na the engineers and planners egu ana sabi ye papa Ibrahim Mama he's doing fantastically well regarding nadoya or ye mankofo yin na ani je ho. But I ask myself ye papa Ibrahim Mama ade wo free Ghana and engineers and planners egu because me who minister contract that ho na engineers and planners aba ho say obebe dia obet me edina engineers and planners etimamu maye nada ye ho so easy aye. For the optics is good. If you are media no bo mo nsam no. So, but na wie ye no, wo de opa de making. Two say they are still enjoying enyoma na omo say mi je na Ghana fo nya de to aba ma omo nti omo mistakes ngo fo nhwe. Next year, God willing, next 2 years, probably all of us will be here to discuss this. Enkosi hwe because sa companies we nyina were around that. Engineers and planners can one. Me see no ministry can deny engineers and planners any contract. Now,
what if engineers and planners will also not go?
That is it. I know the just say Yaw Boamah ne bra administration and the opes way na I come. But the reality is that once we a businessman no peska. But what they say, to sit back that will not be possible. Now ye can a government lands ne nyoma ni kwan say ye ni aha. Ena minister ato property ewo ni sister ketwa dim then you quantify the property we are talking about nanka Ghana ha ye sabi ye serious people sometimes ena ka ye interrogate here and obi be questions okay any GRA or financial intelligence ni sister now or sit down or rent no yen follow up nko hwe adwuma we did we get anything of that?
You're talking about Kuje to Black.
That is the point I'm trying to make. Hind dance were taught dying say you need your kit for an eye. It's Ghana, it means it is possible say Mikra meet mama obi ato adia mame. And no policy now ye no can once mana. Say bia okay say ye drafted that policy na me say wo o mine we say say my point inti. Won't mean to adia director. In addition to the policy subsection anybody or related to you in whatever form say you are down so you are there it mean to nene ke hu say wo pese wo achieve bibi but you see wo o man hene wo we appoint wo minister wo CEO no na ntimi nto na say agro na edi o man
na say me if I am a brother to you now I have the wherewithal I have enough to purchase probably government land buying it to a legitimate because of you I should be denied.
That is the point we are talking about, and that is what NDC for benefited. They profited from that because more the campaign as if say it is an abomination. Say we better talk government land. Me, I am against it when government land be a that's premium area be na ushani boa. Yes, I got one will be $20,000.
Okay.
and no na me problem. But say you say to, na you say wo betima to, na you say men to de. Na when ento, after all wonya Ghana ni. But the issue is, I told that what boni bia edejia. That is where the problem is, and that is what I have problem. Sadia you bet my ton $2 million. On got here a ton $10,000. I told a crowd over here a ton 10,000 Ghana cedis. A person then there is problem with it, and there is everything wrong with it. It means Sanyama way na yaki kanina no mine. Ye two amna. It looks as if say ye two amna ye dekata. The end result is amna. Mbajadi say because the monitoring and evaluation systems and the implementation systems is still going to be a problem. It's still going to be a problem. And the mama my na die ho or my masha say mo de senior journalist or my mo influence cannot be overlooked or overemphasized. The point I'm trying to make, mo push it ahead. Na mo siki mo misa mo interrogate say mo enra can say mete or can say or be used to digital systems. But how are you going to use the digital systems to monitor some of these things?
Things like Ubiako gift.
Many ni punish them na mama na gift. Ube da wa monitor. Enti mamu me na da ye ho. Mbacho aja say, "Oh, can your friend is a fiscal aid to say no car ya or diche here." Yes, for card ye bia na went man ye. But nipa ne say or quantify de no sikemu. It's going to be difficult. Huh?
I ask the president says any gift exceeding 20,000. And he said, me buy our office, now me chow 20,000. It's accepted. So if in 3 days' time, another person comes to give 20,000, it is accepted. Now you say, Fana say, nipa 10 within a month, will be able to chow 20,000.
Is accepted.
So which one do you declare? And after the first 20,000, I'll be declared now.
These are very critical questions. I know and I think that it's so legitimate as your level maybe such questions. No. And loopholes say what policies no in here rethinking no. Now they are even when we have monitoring systems, na me am a bad mama of 15,000, mama me sorry gates B, sorry gate 1. Or no about becho 18,000. Ebi am be say ma 1 million Ghana cedis. Mama sorry gate 2. Or no so about no becho. Engosiwa. But
is it not nice for us to also praise that code of conduct? Because we know experience during your term, 8 years, who code of conduct for ministers and appointees by Nanado?
Fantastic. And me praising. I think say for the optics. Say nipa edi.
No, the moment you say for the optics, it's me. You're not praising the policy.
No. The policy I have praised it. I feel say it's a idea. But me say. To say the yatre and yoma bebre and rabebre policies bebre ya shelving.
You don't see.
It's going to be one of those.
Okay.
It's going to be one of those because me from the onset me feel said the implementation way no it's going to be problematic. Me who kwaya sa nyoma we na ya twetwe no. And I am saying this based on experience because me see your Ghana oye obi a ono ye your friend is saying also on the fighting corruption. Ewo omaimu a very expensive or a very expensive apartment. Now see in Yakitu or more bra.
And a toy.
I mean, so what is not possible in this country?
Okay. Now let's look at the save the judiciary.
Once again, and America say Inca President Mahama won't mean ye quine bia Casibia infrastructure ya or the bonus of ni won't mean ye Casibia. Entin Canada obeya more minor, the strengthening of institutions. But he's doing otherwise. Or otherwise, where can your friend say, and history will tell us. Say over the years, the last time we see in 1963, or no, His Excellency Jomama, or no, what has crowned a small boy.
63, they're not yes.
And I'm saying no a small boy.
Born in 1958.
Very so 5 years.
To 100 years.
100 years here, and a nay. Kwaba, even not in the military era and the coup era, and on only pains we or no person or yebi, which is so bad. Now, yebi service and semi na no being say Chief Justice why the Bonia went now because Ghana will be no bromraso. But the reality is, a new ma or more Sammy Jenfi. Any among call for be the two, Biano said, and not the Chief Justice na ye, and unti Yemfenino, or my at your end. A dear pa, now who say. fata say no nti o se gina so di chief justice na say ekoba sade accept sade then the future is gloomy that chi na ehu na nye papa you see me wa sa enyoma nyina sa 3 arms of government executive sa nyoma we ye di president and minister bia obenya support base obenya party fu ebe sorry akokoma no to the legislature MPs na ye benya party fu ebe koma no but the reality is to judiciary omo base when and that is the danger meanwhile omo na omo protect your democracy and I am very happy for the among other things now TUC akasa political parties in akasa info bill honorable one
GBA
Ghana Bar Association, I was expecting from them, and they have done it. Aka Diabako, Aka Christian Council, Aka Christophono, any the Muslims. Because Adiwe where Tokonu share the way I say now, Muntimini no. But Tokonu case no, Ombedin 1.5 years, Ama Bafuboni. Tis had a pension. Eddie Ayed Yombeso Muyebia. Na ye fight here, or my reinstating, say, or my in the moon man from 1 to 1. That is the direction. And I am telling you, or suspending na nye one or RD6 says 7 Supreme Court judges. And your man basis no, me see who should the way at TUC in your ma your friend is enko for Ghana ban ye na. And ya dia obey you know, but you are suspending on your usual unsemu. I take you 2 years. Who is questioning you? Be so much.
They have a mandate. That committee cannot sit for 1.5 years.
Fantastic, but a friend, JC Bafuboni.
We are told he has about 6 months to 8 months.
I mean, it didn't found your maybe. Me see, you're suspending now, no be at just within very short way, no. Yet Timia Alpha, a Supreme Court judge is 7. So what is not possible within the 8 months? It do the deploy certain strategies and tactics or whatever through this man within this short time. We are Ghana Bania, okay, you should say you sign the number. The best achieve. But that is dangerous. It's a very bad example and precedent. Okana Yanyanumi, yes, certain example, the former ECD example. And as a teacher, I always say, what be used to Sardin Biano? A bad example. Oh yes, I know we are apple and orange analysis.
Why bad?
Very bad because a mango, any anka, omunya a fruit, but omunya a friends that you are back. Yeah, that incident, no. O my one oh yeah easy. Mena me your deputy. Me see what we esika. Wo man answer one deny say one you. Wo say me? Wo say me for 1 million and also for 500,000. Ampa ye munu say sika no mafifa ampa. And you think such a compromised way no and kemo omunti now. This time around nobody is trying to say we mo yade judicial yikosi or no modi or then is akobo.
Yeah, but they've quoted stated misbehavior.
No, the point entina nana be a question here, you know. Ye ni institution me I have worked for so many government institutions. Even institutions are in Ketwano. Ye were institutions be a Friday be a ye dig drama. Ye did your mom more motivation.
It's true. I not pay.
You know what you say? Ye more and son honorable ADC that so he knows. Sika omodija ho nins omodiba bon sound
entertainment to her.
I mean every Friday menka say wo there. But I am saying I know for a fact. Omo medina am for what you say?
Every time one ye be but this is na ye jam kwan for this.
Every Friday.
And mine we want to go to one woman or one.
Not
me say
jaja every honorable and only idea for try.
Me say every Friday. And other government who the hokra do beka say be so political. Who the upper senior high schools or colleges any other institutions every Friday because the assumption is that
you're the headmaster. I can't
you be German. You did me my child of colleges and I'm university. Friday you could do college in
you headmaster
principal and you see the reality is that as a Ghana that I home we don't want to face reality. See and be questioned. It is a chief justice a two coin. Now or the new kunu in the back. What's the big deal? Enunti yenina so emfanyi a chief justice na ye koya na ye buy.
Okay. Do you want me na me call Ambrose on more. Honorable Ambrose. Mami ti wano pe.
Sir Chief Justice Nasim we mean can't say because I have a feeling that this matter is overflocked. Yakama abroso emu hiase ebe kan bio because omampanyi John Dramani mama onye boni bia me ka kire me nuen se nasem a woka se ekwan e fa so yi Chief Justice and Electoral Commission enya de kro no enye no kre because the threshold for removing obi oye Electoral Commissioner and obi oye a justice of any of our superior courts the same ni nyina article 146 ebia na onfa na adwene nko ho nti threshold no de kro the only difference in say with the CJ no Council of State ne omampanyini okay largely Council of State ne decide say a petition discloses a prima facie but in respect of any of the heads of the independent institutions and I say Chief Justice na ahanti doc threshold no the same enya apples and oranges ni nya apples and apples. I would like to place that on record. I may come back to it again but really me who say MPP for the omo fa Chief Justice na ya dia I say yes say yemre omahini omampanyi John Dramani mama wadana gipefe say yeje amampanyi fo dia ana yeje omampanyi bi dia ese fata say we say yeje ni di mre kakra atwami no nipa bebre womu didie ni opepa womu wo amanyofo mu no epaaye enti narrative bi baaya na nkofo ka so political parties ni nyina ya de kro and this new MPP o me ya de kro because over the past 8 years no yehu amamu fun ni amamu boni a Nana Akufo-Addo ne Boamah eton ma Ghana fo omampanyi John Dramani mama kase we ye ne legacy term ye cho se what say o cancer asem ne da na eye ne legacy term nti otu anamon a ebeye nkai dum bre a woni ho na Ghana fo abodini e de aka
okay
edwa we anamon ba ya otu a e kire se NDC ni MPP nya de kro e kire se omampanyi John Dramani mama yobi a ye gini di a eyeyie wo yobi a ye de ho to no so a eyeyie ni science ye wana mamuo mu no no a oka ye se obi aye na adwene se obema aban a oda no no opepa Ghana fo wo ma no no atofo meka integrity a obetwe aba wo saa nipa kro no so ye minister mpo na asotwe bi wo ha ye de amawo esan se ye yaw kandifo a ye yaw se obesom Ghana fo ye yaw se obetu anamo abebo a wo mo a abon ho ka no ye betumi asom wo ama bibia aye kamenti clearly this will be a onye nyadwen so obehu omampanyi John Dramani mama akire pefe se oyo mampanyini papa nana muntu a wotu na ya de esefata omahini number 2 enra na omampanyi John Dramani mama eda code of conduct and standards for political appointees ya womo ene no eye adwuma enti enra e wo mampanyini aso eye wo Flagstaff House ministers deputy ministers any womo e ka ho nyina ekohyiaye ama code of conduct and standard of conduct no otimi eda ho adi minu yi kan ne kan no aye ne den so obaji atum se o mampanyi John Dramani mama ya ade no wo si eye krokro de John I'm sure that's what he means when he says it is only for the optics now I'll prove to you that it is not for the optics and that His Excellency John Dramani mama has a track record of good governance enti omahini de American nyina ne se adwumade ne timi ko so omahini ade ba akwa ya adwene nko so ne se code of conduct now da na dinura no eka one of the 120 days social contract promises.
That's right. And no say can one say
yes
taking
stock.
Yes,
social contract ya ode ma Ghana for say minya nafua mako ahane aduonu a saa nneoma yi a egu he mehwese maye ana menye mpo a bebre na matu ho anamo code of conduct ne ka ho a oka say wonya 120 days no na wakuru chire code of conduct a ebetene wo mu a oni omo ye adwuma ne se ne ebe ya o mbesom Ghana fo yi migidie se o se ye bo omampanyi John Dramani mama abaso omahini over the past 120 days oka say in 14 days obe compile a list of the cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval cabinet ministers 14 within 14 days obey you na parliament ato wɔn so ntonto atoto wɔn ano ama wɔn ahyɛase ayɛ adwuma saa adeɛ no anya abam ose yi ɔmanpanyin John Dramani Mahama ɔyɛ adeɛ wɔsi ɔbɛ constitute the leanest and cleanest government ama ɔne wɔn ayɛ adwuma esan sɛ aban bi ba Ghana ha wɔfa nipa bebree ministers ne asoafoɔ bebree a yɛsɛe ɔman sika wɔ wɔn so yɛn ho mfasodie bi yɛde baeɛ ɔmanpanyin John Dramani Mahama dɔɔ Ghana nti wɔsi nya adeɛ amayɛ ne saa o. Mefa nipa tɔtɔpoa bi mene ka sɛ ministers ya ɔmanpanyin John Dramani Mahama ɛde wɔn yɛ adwuma no wɔn nyinaa yɛ aduonum nsia wow ɔmanpanyin bi baayɛ anane deɛ yɛ 125 enti wo sika ɔman wei save bra wate asoafoɔ so a ɛkyerɛ amammuo papa ne ɔpɛ papa a ɔmanpanyin bi wɔ ɛma Ghana man wɔsan so ka sɛ atoɔ bi wɔ hɔ ɔbɛyi afiri hɔ COVID levy no keka ho ni nyinaa no yade a ye nyinaa nim se wayi ni nyinaa ede afiri of course COVID levy eka VAT build up ne hunti in the mid-year budget review no ye be ye afiri ho no ye beti ho empopoye wosan so ka se ye hyehyɛ legislative drafting bi ase a eno be bo 24-hour economy no ho ban esan se sesi a Ghana ha no mra ye de adwuma ne se ye adwuma anopa efiri nongotwe ana nongotwe apem kopim no num eno ni official time of work and the 24-hour economy ba e say sacred labor laws nim me no ka say saa de na yade a ekoso a de emetete no kire say anhwa enche bia bia by June saa nyoma ni nyina abekọ awie ama yatoto nyoma ni nyina kama say free academic policy wo mo ekọ first year wo mo nyina nya de a o metua school fees o medical tua dada but aban be refund Scano ama through the student loan trust fund. I'm omunsa asana komusika.
Retraction
no, ask your question. I like engaging. Ask your question.
No, course.
No, ask your question.
No.
There are now busa.
Minister no say, sir, your friend is saying reimbursement. Any juma bill.
No,
they are not going to reimburse.
No, let me. No. No, Sebi, me amino say me free NDC. What is meaning pa me nye sa clarification o man dey tie ne say educators school for no dey kan tua o musika no dada but the aban kan say next academic year ye refund sa sika ni nyina dey amom through the student loan trust fund nti ene wa apese etua o dey ma no student loan trust fund the portal bia ba o be fill with details as a first year student now based on that no ye tua
mo ko January no
yes ye tua sa sika no but also what I say
apart from student loan now coach no fees now utua no e dey no be ka ho
yes enu mpo nka student loan no fees now utua na reimburse the amount because you see one more akọ first year say next academic year omo betua school fees say for first year for nko a enti omo ko second year omo betua fees enti betua second year o second year na buy the sika no what the tua
to betimi or the tua fees no
at the amount
okay now I say I first year now utua no
oh, the India for student loan trust fund ne say aban betimi keep record of students here or more
apply or first year
because the student loan trust fund or mechanism on the who student in nyina
Matthias here
dog ma say mu da ho hand ma sanet enti wo hwe nyoma make kan ya within 120 days na aban etu anamo bebra e kire say wodo man na osiesie o man women development bank sika e di free sie wo de ahyase eni ehon keka ho adwuma program ema mabuno adwuma walanche national apprenticeship program tete o ma pese adwuma ni nyina walanche within the first 120 days ohwemu a anyone bebre aburu wa ha be senchichemu aduosu mienu de wa ya awie de aka no oguso a wa ya within 120 days senia o kan now kire pefe se otutu na namoye the code of conduct MPP aban ba wa anye bi ade ba ko ampese doc ote ase no and essentially me yi ne nsem no ano o say oh ade na wa ye no krokro de John na obi kura acha wade a ebeze na ye hu o man hine o kind the original income tax act of 2015 so nim say Ghana ha obi kura acha wade a o so tua to
yeah
so ya we
yeah
wo ka say na nze obi ko ye birthday kakraka bi wo ye wie ya na ye ka kire ni say
onfa ho to mra
onfa ho to ne ho nsensem
mra ni amakwe yeah
yes enti
oni o munyan ma e wo so tua watua
yes ye wo mra Ghana ha dog say obi fra bro kire be chow gift say pan ne bia o de fa your friend say any of these courier companies ne
class na
also tua eto ewo enti anya ade a eye kokoam ade ebio you see omahene wo mo eye adwuma ma aban no omo ni omo eye wo to na ye atua omo ka omo som oman.
That's right.
They are only trustees for the state called Ghana. Enti akuntabu ade a ehun ye dey ehia pay. Yes na ebia ya ante pese me blame ye nyina for some of the questions I abusa no. Doc questions ni be justified. Ebi nye justified because doc on kind policy no.
Okay.
Omahina ni de mo menya sure so wa kan.
I've read snipers of it.
Na watete the Omampanyi John Dramani mama kan.
Okay.
Doc, eno Omampanyi John Dramani mama o kasa no wo se. Wontimi nto omanya de bra wo ye minister.
Yeah.
Ena obi a oben hu bia nso ntimi nto.
Okay.
Omanya de.
Okay.
Ena wo ye minister. Na contract bi wo ho wo company bi ana wo obi o wo interest wo mu a agisa wo disclose. Eye ethical. Majoso ade ase. And mama typical example dog. The adwoma American ensi wona ban mu nne ensi kina on makwan. Ti say de na kufu ade ye. Dog why? Keno foriata. Na oye na kufu adu nua. Oye obi a owo bank ya odisi kadwa wo Ghana ha ye nyina ye nim. But na the company data bank na ye book runner anytime bia ye beje besia free amanone ana ye bekọ akoto
financial advisors
ewa amanone no me book runners ana transactional advisors send ya work an ya kan ho sem bebre say a conflict of interest areas and can over that in the company omo make more than 158 million Ghana cedis by serving as book runners on the bonds we borrowed over a period of 8 years. About 70% of Ghana bonds are a toy from Professor Amos time be pembre Akufo-Addo koye no 70% na Akufo-Addo amai and a toy anaka no foriata didi ho. And His Excellency John Dramani mama dia ye kan say so obi ben obi obusuani no ben na business bi koso na oba ho a we a minister na political appointee a mani nyan enadwa pefe say sani pay oben me sani ebe ya ebehwe ne atwe aye dai afiri ho wanye na wo busuani ni didi hu na aban chiwa emra ne ubedi dog we na say wonti ase disclosures are very very important for the fight against corruption and o man ni ade ba ko so ni say there no man pani John Dramani mama ye you see eduru mri bi a ye kire any demonstration and my confidence eba ye system ni mo.
That's right.
Wo say obi aba be chemi ka mienu ebi anka obi ampo ehu obi amponte ye esan sam ye mampanyini no obi aba be chemi ka anti sam gi no kukuam na kire nipa no ba me nchen se opamua bi a me ye nipa nti anhwe ane mantimi a moneti mode saa dia aka no me de tudwa akirem se ka nipa no de abecheni na mmom ye de ama oman Ghana.
He's learned his lessons.
There was no lesson to be learned
from Kanazori.
There was no lesson to be learned because under Kanazori sa Ford Ranch na omokan and also Odoneti ma state no. The only difference in this area when you picture a map on Trinity say is that the lesson you are talking about?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he was bastardized by Ghanaians to the extent that no ina no baby akrenye. Enti ende ya ade no say ye di bre no kukwam. Na Kanazori wan ka ho asem. Eye abrantie friend say Manase na be ka ho asem. We de obi ankan ono aka enti na because wanya suahu na free na esi ye no ho I don't think I'm wrong.
Oh no I'm not saying you are wrong. No I'm not judging you. I'm not saying you are wrong.
Also because was sua bibia free ho a e bia Kanazori de no so ka ho asem a come also it's like asem wo na wan kan obi be ka obi di kan Ghanaians most often are not takes the first announcement to be true than what you come to explain.
The Indian American say, "Why anya boni bia was ade?" Say, "Sa Ford Ranch no. Wan tremo ntwi that."
Maybe. When we say somebody has learned a lesson, it does not mean say the pana boni.
So then
obetimi aye bibi. At the corner we here no. The way nipa ka fa ho nti no. Fan say what yahwe. Maybe I want to share here no. Say nipa egg say hana me fat say ya. Next time so be say sound antie. Does that mean why you born?
No. You see lesson now work an. nipa bi na ɛyɛ na adwen so ɔbɛsɛe papa ne din
ɛno nti na papa ne mpɛ sɛ nipa bɛsɛe ne din bio no wɔnyɛ suahunu wɔ mu
whatever I will give it to you don't worry deɛ me can say shred report kora ɛba on saa vehicle no ho no report no amfan ne John Mama culpable sɛ wade ade
I'm not saying sɛ wayɛ mfo
good ɛna me say obi na ɛna so ɔbɛyɛ mo because deɛ nti ameka sa ne sɛ why sɛ ɔmampanyin John Jekunkufoɔ obi nso ma ne ka yɛte ho asɛm ebi asata na mana sɛ na onyanya journalism ana sɛ ne onyanti nsi mu de no onyɛ sɛ adwuma but ɛno na me kyerɛ on Facebook sɛ amampanyin na aba from independence up to this time na obi akyɛ ɔma de ebi wɔ ha ɛyɛ car ebi wɔ ha ɛyɛ dan ebi wɔ ha ɛyɛ bibi foforo mbajo so ate ase but ebi a mmerɛ kɔ no yamamu on governance no corruption ne ho nsɛnsɛm no
so for you to what extent will this conduct help curb corruption and discipline?
Yes, fantastic question. Enti sɛ ɔmampanyin ni mpo akyerɛ pepe sɛ wɔnyɛ corrupt na wo a wodi n'akyi no bɛyɛ corrupt wa ɔsɛ hunu sɛ ɔman no bɛtwe aso
okay
mbajo so ate ase and John Mama is incorruptible because you see for 8 years MPP for ba power yɛnya corruption kwadu ba kumpo amfa nto John Mama so enso opposition yɛ boni din sɛ ni ɛne na Ghana for kai sɛ papa yi sɛ ɔyɛ krɔgyin sɛ sukyerema because ansa na mrenkren so be si ni trase ne what dey asase aka kire no Ghana for sande ni ba fefefe because omo ogidie woni mu macho so ati ase na dog ka your friend say monitoring evaluation I think say a fantastic observation but again doc you may have to understand this amahine wo ko Flagstaff House presidency wa your monitoring and evaluation division we a political appointee you monitor and evaluate you, including MMDCs. Every court have bia, and a very rigorous and academic.
Okay.
A do review for a one person could defend it or record. And only one of the bases I are on my penny for a reshuffle after a series of monitoring and evaluation. But of course, you must go forward and then you know, baby, were bemo no every wire into me and your reshuffle. And then MPP forecast and look at who be. Enti no mu free pa no mpanyo na mama de o was strong monitoring and evaluation ye behwe se obia ye n'adwuma na bibia nso aye kama mischievously doc bo engineers and planners din wa engineers and planners opa ka kire me se o mampanyi John Dramani Mama ye o mampanyi no wo moamoa contract bi a amfa kwan so e de share ne nsem se menu ana ogye na ye so with me am one instance court do be near man engineers can me ba there na court ni kan court ni say good court ni say engineers and planners nyinahini concession na oje ye no ya ma parliamentary approval
na nya bi no
mbato me ba na parliamentary approval e John Mama na ma parliamentary approval ene o ma hini gina ho
wo de me be mo
honorable Roxy Ndafia Moko Well, cases bear 5 be court about 4 years ago and then for the time. Or they court say your mining leases be Ghana ha. Parliament approve. Up to now, those cases are court. And I'm sure he did that on the back of the Ibrahim Mama case. And he said, Oya Jumana Parliament and ma approver. Ninu and ma approver as president. Imagine me ba last issue
me ba me nya de berse sia
ai obe mama to aso
me ba o che
we
mami and quickly na me che omo the birthdays bi ama me na ya na dodo na twen se be bobbo mo awodante mami nya ne ntem sofo Osei Anthony CEO of Amethyst Prime Fashion, hey. From Adeakye Abia to Gifty Bentel. Happy birthday to you from Christian of Sompa Marketing. Say Adom Poku David, HOD French Department, KOS, course, Model B, Konongo. From your brother Sir Mark of UK. Licia Sewa of Maria Montessori School. Today is your birthday from Kimora. Happy birthday to Nanesio Mensa Nam2 of UK from Berimadro Nyinahini. And then Mara Santi Kwatin of Mount Zion Methodist School, Mount Zion Methodist Church. Berimodro signs that. Elizabeth Mokechi and Zimabruni of Active Point Dental Clinic, Kumasi. And then happy birthday to Nana Bata of UK. To Nana Ba. Oh, bring Paul Mami. Oh, Dinia, okay. Our niece Albertata of UK. Happy birthday to Samuel Banzi, Public Nurse Health at Confanoche. And then a special birthday to Asante Hine. Otumfo say to our Tosumienu. Nana, Mumwe. Piao. Santimara, Newa Woda. I mean, Pejami Mumau. Yamatrinkwa. Okay. Remember na song.
So please, last point. Last point. Na dog busa say e besi dey na nkofo check. Won say no man penny John Dramani mama e launch ade we. Ye the platform bi atudwo a obi a be say minister na so afo obi e ye kanana no dwiru mu bia no obetumi a report through that link.
Okay.
But just what ase. Enti enya ade ye kokuo ma de.
Na say wa kuchiri nso wasa ama kwan a nipa be fa so a.
Yes, so bia no minister go ministry bi mu. Ebi a wo accountant ho.
So you can be a whistleblower.
Yes, we can be an minister na beji pafo. Minister na beji pafo no ko. Through that link no, obetumi dey atudwo a ye modin. So the system maintains anonymity.
Okay. A quick one. Now, there now okay finally. Me time na so pa. They just signal me say was here.
Oh no, sheka.
Oh, me dey foot na me dey mama party for, especially young Guyana. And then now say discuss. Oh, on a more serious note. Yeah, mranti ni bi o ha o mode as they are exaggerating their influence in the party. Omonyo me bi o mo ye no e ha party no at this material moment. The best say omunya to boase.
Omo influence exaggerating the influence.
Omo no say be a political party obi nya godfather ba ku bi na wonya audience kakra. O feel say the party no e ne dia.
Okay.
So there's anti omo in their public utterances no.
Omo nhwe ye.
Emwa party no. Bebia ye gina no. Nanka meka say obi anim say wuhia data bia the likely person obetime win a flag bearership no it's quite clear. Say
you know that person.
Some your party officer, your constituency officer.
On your high.
It's the grassroots. I know the man maybe I make a guna so. So the send nipa na bia all rounds no say become home yenye yi. Now wow odi udi achire no koto asay na you can be Catholic more than the Pope.
That's why they want body pakra office where likely.
Well, enti yenu no na didi nchen ni na they should be very careful.
Okay. My na ye ho na yemfa active point for engrem na if you hold my sports for take you over. Thank you for staying with us. We'll meet tomorrow for Kawasam. Braces I just ask a sika for the
sir.
Jano Kobo show be na brace charity. All more your designer ones. And no, but the normal braces have correct. Well, you know the active point for number 1.
Yes.
I don't pay me to.
But that's it. Now, any akwenya or the amame. Now, my sign at our tea for no have phone. So, as say, every piano or more 80 young combo any addition. Na omo etu omo num ene omo se ho anamo na eno no nso no esan eboa omo yipa ewo omo dada kobedim ene omo se ahoɔden a eno ehia yipa na bɛkae sɛ wo se no eye onipadua no akwa bi a ɛho hia yipa fi sɛ wo se no ene onipadua no akwa no ba bia edi ehia na sɛ ɛconnect nti sɛ wo how bi ɛwɔ wo sinu mu a travel ko onipadua no akwa na ɔne no edi nkombo no na se infection no alcohol mo abo se na akosai onum ene wose no ama onipadua akwa ho no so de ohaw bi de aba ho no obeka so so ra pa bitwitwi se kama na nyumbre so se twie no nya de etweto a obe na wo de akoda na wo di yeso ade nsu be wo wanum na ketenkete na keka no ni nyina afrim na wanum atimi ada ho yi pa na obeka so se obe flossing no eye se oyiyi usim na oyiyi usim no ye dental floss ho no mo a obede be yi usim kama na bibia fifiri mu ma ntem na ekwan da osim no emu ada ho no na emframa no de kasa no etimi afamu yi nso na wakae se udidi a sugar enuane na eya na edoso no se yente so kra ene enuane a eden dompe na eden ya na ye keka ka no basa no yehwe na yente so kra na si bijai kra na yesene nso a yede ayitu na yede biebie enema so yede bie bottle so na yɛde chinchim nadeɛ no mesrɛ yɛhwɛ na yɛnyae firi sɛ wo se no sɛ baabi ebu a ɛde wɔ haw ɛna ɛba wɔ num hɔ nom a ɛno nso ɛmoa yie koraa na wobɛma wo nan so ayɛ ntinti a wɔ dentist hɔ nom anyɛ hwɛ koraa bosome nsia bi abɛkɔ dentist hɔ no na wakɔyɛ cleaning anaa scale and polishing no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔnum ɛne ɛsen ha obiara bɛba no watumi asia no ɔkwana sɛ ɔbɛbrɛ no ase koraa na owie so ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ kwan bɛfa sɛ ɔbɛdi wɔnum ɛne wo se ɛni na aboa wo yie paa ɛna ebɛdi nkɔmmɔ ɛde afa yɛ nkwaraa no ɛho te sɛ deɛ wɔhyɛ ase pɛpɛɛpɛ no nkwaraa no yɛ na ɔmo se no ehia yie paa na ɔmo nso ɛna ɛbɛnyini aba abɛsi anan mu no nti sɛ ne se haw no ɛhyɛ aseɛ saa na sɛ wɔani ho dwuma amfa ama wo ba na ɛyɛ na ɛmoa yie koraa nti wobɛhwɛ sɛ wo ba no anum ɛne ne se no wobɛbɔ mmɔden adi ne ni ɛde ama akɔraa no na wonyina wamenya ɛsen ɛhaw anaasɛ ɛsen yare biara ɛsen yareɛ no dodoɔ na ɛyɛ na ɛwɔ abusua no mu yareɛ no bebree a na ɛfiri abusua no na ɛba bɛsɛ wohwɛ ahyɛseɛ no sɛ woma wo ba w'ani ɛkɔ wo ba no anum ɛne ne se ɛho ani deɛ ɔnaasɛ ne oral hygiene ho a ɛtumi ɛboa ma no ɛtwe ne ho ɛfiri saa ɛsen lineage na ɛyɛ na ɛwɔ abusua no mu no nti wobɛhu akwaraa no ɛsua no ɛwɔ sɛ womfa no ɛmbɛn wɔ dentist aberɛ biara na sɛ nsesaeɛ bi ahyɛ sɛ ɛbɛ akwaraa no anum ɛne ne si mu a wɔtumi ahu na waboa wo ama saa ɔhaw no ankɔ akyiri ankɔ ɛkɛse nkwaraa no se no ɛyɛ na ɛwɔ sɛ ahyɛse sɛ ɛɛba no ara no bɛma w'ani akɔ ho yie paa sɛ baako mmienu bi hyɛse sɛ ɛɛba ɛwɔ sɛ wonclean so anaasɛ ɔmpepa so aberɛ biara ɛno kɔɔ dentist ɔmo bɛkyerɛ ɔkwan bɛfa sɛ wobɛclean ne nneɛma a wode bɛclean ne nyinaa na atumi aboa wo yie paa yɛ na nkwaraa no nso no yɛ na ɔyɛhwɛ ɔmo adidie mu yɛ na ɛno nso ɛboa yie paa nti akwaraa no firi mfie mmienu ɛkɔ bia no bɛtumi ahyɛ aseɛ de no akɔ dentist hɔ nom ɛfiri mfie mmienu kɔ bia bɛtumi ahyɛ aseɛ de no akɔ dentist hɔ na sɛ ne se no ebia baabi na ahyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɛɛhye baabi ɛɛkyɛngyi colour baabi ɛhyehyɛ yie na sɛ efi nso wɔ n'anum ɛwɔ no kɛtɛrɛma so a na o dentist no akyerɛw deɛ wɔ sɛ onyɛ ɛma akwaraa no na ɛmoa yie paa nkwaraa no sɛ ɛbɛkae sɛ ɛbɛmɔmɔ no mu nsuo mmɔ paa akyɛn sugar drinks na ya na yɛde ɛma wɔn de bɛbɔ no nsuo mɔɔ paa na yɛgyae sugar drinks na ya na yɛde mɔm fi sɛ sugar drinks no ya na ɛkɔ wɔn anum bebree a ya na ɛmoa wɔn sen development sɛ deɛ panin ɛyɛ wɔn na nkwaraa nso ya na ɛyɛ wɔn yie paa fi sɛ nkwaraa no ya na wɔn number no koraa ahoɔden ni de sɛ mpanimfoɔ deɛ no sɛ sugar no etumi ha mpanimfoɔ ɛyɛ number na how much more nkwaraa no ɛyɛ number no ya na ɛno nso ɛha adwene yie paa nti wɔn nom nsuo mɔɔ na etumi aboa ɛna nkwaraa no nso ya na yɛma ɔmo any fruit no mɔɔ paa na yɛnyae nnuane carbohydrates bebree na ya na yɛde ɛma ɔmo yɛ ɔmo edi fruit ya na ɛno ɛboa yie paa do so ɔmo nnuane wɔ sɛ ɛnyɛ balance diet deɛ but ɔmo any fruit no ɛmɔ paa fruit mɔɔ no etumi ɛboa ma ɔmo ntɛso na ɛwɔ ɔmo anum no emu no ɛyɛ mmerɛ na anaasɛ ɛhohoro ɔmo sene so ɛbra no sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔhaw biara ɛɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ɔmo anum ɛwɔ ɔmo si mu a ɛno nso etumi afiri hɔ nom onya balance diet no nso bɛboa no yie paa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ne sen development no sene a nnuane no ɛwɔ aduane no odi no ɔno nso akɔyɛ n'adwuma ɛwɔ ne sen development no yie kae sɛ ɔhaw bi a ɛbɛba akwaraa no na sɛ infection bi a ɛbɛba akwaraa no no baabi a ɛbɛkɔ no ɛne nsuanso foforɔ ɛsan ba sɛ dem di kan ɛkaeɛ no because deɛ ne sen ɛkɔ no atitu n'adwene no sɛ ɔhaw ɛba saa hɔnom na infection no travel a ɛkɔ n'adwene no bɛsi akwaraa no ɔbɛkɔ school no ɔsua adeɛ a na ne wura fie ebusi na sɛ mama ɔte hɔ saa ɛno no ɛmoa yie kwan na nkwaraa no nso yɛ na ɔmo sen foforɔ so no ɛyɛ a na ɛsɛ bi ɛde nka bɔne ɛna ɛba ɔmo anum ɛyɛ saa nso a ɔmo ɛkɔ school ɔmo ntumi ɛntena ɔmo ho contribute ɛwɔ class ɛno no ɛde ɔhaw ɛbɔ ɔmo brain development no ɛno de ɔhaw ɛde ba ɔmo adesua so bonso abɔ ka ɛde akwaraa no ɛkɔ school kɛseɛ sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔbɛtumi ɛhunu adeɛ yie then so ɔhaw bi a ɛkɔ n'anum a akɔka n'adwene ne nti no mose wɔntumi ɛnya saa development no na ɛno no ɛde asɛm foforɔ ɛna ɛba ɛna nkwaraa no nso yɛ na ɔmo susua paa no sɛnea mo midwives ɛkyerɛ mo sɛ mo breast milk for 6 months no mo nyɛ ne saa na mo sɛnea ɔmo development no ɛbɛkɔ no ɛtumi akɔ na ɔmo ɛtra da 6 months na hwɛ sɛ ɔbɛstart ɛde cap ɛde ama ne nsuo ɔde cap bɛstart de ama ne nsuo sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔstart no mu nsuo a ɛdu tam a ɔmɛdo a ɛfɛ sɛ ma ne nsuo no fa cap fa ma ne nsuo no gyae feeding bottle no mɛnka feeding bottle no ɛsɛ sɛ gyae koraa anaasɛ ɛmmoa na mmom feeding bottle no yɛ na ɛde hyɛ nkwaraa no nom bebree no yɛ na ɛma ɔmo gam hɔnom no ɛyɛ tra na se hono no eye smooth dodo e ba sa na ne se no se e piaba baby ana piaba bonse na ne se no for so ya na emwa ye kura ndi so ma woni ekọ ne sen development ne ho a eno no ebeboa ama se ne se for so a obetimi ehu ene ne ma so ya na e man kwara ndi share omonum ne so no ya na emwa bonse bibi da forma kwara no afa na odi share nenum prae bi bonse afin bi no odi share nenum ya na ha enkwara no si bibi e be kọ nenum bia no etimi eka ne gam no nti se anya de pa ebe kwa kuti ne gam na bonse na emoja ebeba gam no so hotel ho no entesuo ebe kukum entesuo so se ekọ yesi achinam no eba sa na ede wo how de bebre akwara no nti akwara no ehya se oba na obem wani akọ ne se development ne nenum no eho yi pa se de beboa na nenum na se ne se no efifie no etimi ayeye pa se onini a na se o sha se utwinesia mesre emma ono a entwinesia brebia se otimi ono atimi twinesia we se na o twini nyina no o be chi no be 2 or 3 days bi na wa hwese ya ne sintwie no etie na etimi aboa ama se o how bi a sha se e koso a o peni
anya sakra o se eduma bi a o be kasa na o manum wonka
yes
esa mfata kra se oba wa ke kasa gu pani bi so ana se classroom ni na mfofo no nya kasa na enum bon
yes
something I want to share. A better the confidence for classroom.
Okay. As a class, if a question, Crana,
Odimiano, and I take a more touch of my son or Mududum say, yes, very important.
Jacarano, Essono, say, Usha, 4 penny for any every pounds, a 2 wish, as I say, a 2 bar, and as it was a finish and Tamoa, who 2 years ago, to me the Nakwa cleaning at the Amano. Said the Bear, if finish as a bar, and for her Aquarano, as in development, because a passano, a Macoran Bibia, a buffer na ne development, no, and also, as I say, for intimacy, when in call opening, when and also Nacoran and so, wireless are now more than to say, or how be as I say, a bow no more, and down to support dentist on now or more, so need dentist for active point dental clinic. Ayo dental na busuafo ni nyina no monsanla na momra na yenhwe monum ene mosen ha obia so se no esu obu a oba ebe hwa ma so se no etu a oba ebe sia ma so a change color oba ebe white na ma se bi carbon na wonum so a halitosis no ba ebi de ho dwuma e de ma bibi e koso wonum ene osim bia no oba ebe hwe na e de ho dwuma e de ma obetumi afre number 0554
0554
571
779
0554
571 779
your branches no Kumasi or Santasi Dinyami Ebe or Timid Radio and Asebusia FM no Accra Julu Presby Junction Castle Crystal City of Farm Depo Sunya we are Bosan Ebeko but run about no or Boas Dunqua Junction and Miles Kwan so for more so you just another chef filling station so back your home and Atapa a champion the American Western Transport Station a Bendy Valley office no or by a drug who see member than a panel of trade you could see any brain news and said also friend you beat me near her or how be a coso and it was no to or a how be an friend that teach him which I also called dentist on money at church so also buy a clinic on my not your child baby a bell now about near share or how not every at the amount.